How's it going, everybody? My name is Biffy, and welcome to Doki Literature Club. Let's get back into this game that we've been playing. Who would I like to show my poem to next? Let's go with Yuri, because she's so sweet. Hopefully you guys haven't gotten bored of me just reading all of this, but a lot of people have been asking me to keep going, so I'm gonna keep going. I like this one, Biffy. It has some nice feelings in it. Well, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. It's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. God, it's so loud. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Ugh. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes I like a little both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, bittersweet. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give you a rain cloud. A sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Huh. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing myself after all. Thanks, Biffy. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Oh Lord, that's a big poem. Ugh. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Like little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. My mouse is over, I couldn't read. I reach inside with my thumb and before a finger pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time out to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in the bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me think. Shit, cut that part out. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. They come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them off the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts in shards, all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. This poem is weird. Cause look down here. We'll start at the top. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. That's just a weird line to represent. I don't know. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. That's kind of a happy, you know, ish thought. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck them out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle to keep it safe. Then happy thoughts, happier, and then frantic. Shards shatter. Happy thoughts shards. Friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading. Echo, echo, echo. It's like the poem starts off nice and happy, but then it gets super dark towards the end. Not super dark, but dark for Sayori. I don't really know exactly what this is all about, like her dreams kept in little jars. Like little bottles. Maybe it means like whenever she's writing down her poems and she brings to her friends. But I have no clue. This one was good though. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Writing's best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those things. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, let's get this little turd Natsuki out of the way. Huh. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. I'm trying too hard to be serious. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. I got some Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me you're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this kind of angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I didn't read Natsuki's. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to plan something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ugh, cut that out. Jeez, I can't breathe. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem and to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. Oh shit, hold on. So I don't know what happened exactly, but for some reason the camera froze up, and it didn't, I mean, the camera was fine, but the gameplay froze up. But I'm gonna leave in the important parts in editing, and I'll take out the not important parts. But basically what's happened here is Sayori says she really enjoys walking home with me, and she said, what would you do if Yuri asked to go home with you? If Yuri asked to walk home with you? And I don't know what to do. Because I'm like, okay, Sayori, me and Sayori have walked together, you know, since we were kids. Me and Yuri just recently met, showing interest in Yuri. It would obviously hurt Sayori's feelings if I went home with Yuri. But what if I say, I'll walk home with you, Sayori, and then later on I get the choice to walk home with Yuri, and then I actually end up doing that? It'll hurt somebody's feelings. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go with Sayori because she's just happy, cheery. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Biffy. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? Huh? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her so happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright, I guess I gotta make another poem today. I kind of want to see what would happen if I did something for somebody else today. Like Natsuki. Maybe I should... I'm going to do a little bit of both. Okay. Crap. Wow, suicide was one of Sayori's choices. Speaking of, Joggy made a comment about one of the poems that Yuri made. I think it was Yuri. She was talking about the raccoon and the bread and the knife that slices the bread and how the raccoon would keep coming back. Like, raccoon was like a example of depression, I think. And the knife was the knife and the bread was the skin for cutting. And the way, if all that looked, it was like she was talking about how she cuts herself and, you know, like, poetically putting it in a poem. So go back and watch that video and see what you think. Because after I read what Joggy said, it made quite a bit of sense. Sayori's word was depression. Huh. I picked a little bit of everything this time just to see. Oh man, I'm the last one in here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. We were practicing were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school, and we're gonna get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have the fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Huh? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon Ika. Yeah. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's and or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I'll walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I'll leave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I don't know what that means. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Biffy, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Biffy. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. This time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. You sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Biffy. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? I never really thought of Sayori as like an interest. Like, she would be interested in my character because she seemed like a friend, you know? From, like, walking home together and stuff, being kids. Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. Huh. You're so funny, Biffy. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I've said too much. I'm sorry, what do I do anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly and with a flustered look on her face. She reminds me exactly of Alphys from Undertale. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. And not that I was starting or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course. There are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not really that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Spread the rumors, why don't you? Jeez. Don't let her have her peace. Just talk about her, man. Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, and that's all. I see. And perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Biffy, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold stories behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. Geez, she's getting freaking deep with all this crap. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings that you weren't aware in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Monica reminds me of, like, her voice would be like the girl, the police girl from Pokemon Indigo. Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about with Sayori. Bump, 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 bump. I'm gonna go with Sayori first. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri? I didn't write this poem for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me feel really happy. You're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Biffy. Sayori, is there something wrong? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? See you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. That's weird. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. Hi, Biffy. Have you thought about what you want to submit for the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. See, I didn't pick as many things for Sayori, but there were a few things. It was really balanced. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Huh? Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. What she talks about you. It sounds like it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem, you sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. In any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? That's a really, really big thing though. People that have depression and things like that, you don't typically understand or know that they have that kind of thing going on because they cover it up so well with like who they want to be or who they're expected to be, and they feel like they don't have to burden people with their problems and things. They don't feel like they need to talk to people about it, and that's a really big issue. And if you ever have that kind of feeling, like where you think, oh god, I'm not the same, you know, when I'm in public versus when I'm alone at home, like the thoughts that you have, because everybody's like when I'm at work, I'm like, hey everybody, what's going on, how's it going? Or like when I'm doing YouTube, I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing YouTube, crazy yelling and loud talking and stuff. But like when I'm just sitting here doing my own thing, I'm just kind of like, you know, whatever. I'm not like bouncing all over the place doing things. I'm just sitting here. It's me, just me. And when it's me and my wife and we're doing our own thing, you know, we're quiet people. Like we don't, you know. But like if your thoughts are like destructive or anxious or something, you definitely need to go talk to somebody about that kind of thing and not let it get to you, because bad things can happen whenever you let it get to you. And that's a real big concern that I have that I don't think is being addressed, you know, in today's society. Because I know many people that are in my age group that were put on medicine when they were kids to just suppress that kind of thing, and they weren't taught, you know, effective ways to deal with that kind of emotion and that kind of thought as they grew up. It just, here's some pills, let's get away with it. And for some people that works, because certain things that you have is like a chemical imbalance, and the only thing that can be fixed with is medication, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing to be ashamed of if you have to take medication for anxiety or depression or things like that. But I feel like all the people that I grew up with or that are in my age group, they were just prescribed this medication too quickly, just before like they even got to sit down and talk with people. It's just like, it's really scary, because I feel like, you know, that could be me if I went to go see a doctor and told them about my problems. They'll just be like, oh, here, take some pills. And then like, what would my life be like, you know? It's just like, I think that's just too big of a, I don't know. Plus, I'm not a doctor, so I can't really tell you guys anything about it. But if you ever have any thoughts like that, if you ever have any problems, definitely go get help. You can always leave me a comment. I will respond back as quickly as I can. But the first thing I'm always going to tell you is go see a doctor. Because a doctor will know exactly what to do and exactly know how to help you. And I think I know Mickey said she was going to be a psychiatrist or a psychologist, one or the other. I think military, for military primarily. So good job choosing that profession. That's a really tough one to go into. I remember you said that a long time ago, and that I was really proud to know that there's people that care about that kind of thing, because there's a lot of it in the world, like especially on the military end. And I'm rambling on. Let's get back to the game. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Twilight, I guess. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything. What am I thinking? Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Wow. I don't know what to make of that one. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. If you think you know that better than anyone, I think you'd... I don't know, man. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Wait, are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response, something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving, just like YouTube. I like it when you guys tell me, like, when I do things right, or I could be doing things different, and you appreciate how much goes into it. So thank you. I just thought I'd say that. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Let's do Natsuki. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next. Okay. Yeah, no thanks. I decided to try something different today. She said in question mark. I guess so. Is that good or bad? Well, neither. I have my preferences, but it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe that's the most important is exploring and discovering yourself. So she's noticed that I haven't done a poem completely about her. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Huh? Why me? You're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have to become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. Oh, I see. I'm sorry I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. Well, what am I saying? I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way as Yuri. I guess it's kind of like why I like her personality a whole lot in this game compared to other people. Because I'm not bubbly and rainbows and happiness and kitty cats and stuff like everyone else. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Okay. Beach, a marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface. I think it's... yeah. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but a breath of gray, rolling clouds, an endless engine, the easiest world to get lost in, is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to earth forevermore. Ooh, that's pretty. It's a nice poem. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles, or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. There we go. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when you addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is this mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing for something terrible about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems like you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyways? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. I guess she went to poop then. Fine. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? Oh, she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. Ah, no! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What'd she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So, let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. Look at that smile. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri? Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, it's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, and you know. Now, Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Yeah, that may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Biffy. The one who is truly useless. Oh, don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Biffy may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Biffy to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Biffy to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Biffy, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Huh. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Damn. Okay, so obviously Sayori's got some issues. I want to go with Yuri, but I'm going to go with Sayori. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? I guess I'm gonna go with Yuri. Well, I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. I was just saying, ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Biffy. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking by yourself? I mean, yeah, I already said I'd be fine. Okay, everyone can tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. You feel the same way, Biffy? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. It's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Biffy picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature, but I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said anything bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with the words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say in a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. Hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I started to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Huh? I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Huh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Biffy. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason, the most common sense. Wait, I was reading in Yuri's voice. Jesus Christ. I chose to help you because that's what I wanted to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her a tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way at the door and Yuri follows. Can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other or anything. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Alright. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when she's just the two of us. Meanwhile, We've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Ugh. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were a family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Oh, there she is. Hi, Biffy. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much really has changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that at the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. What about you? Are you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Biffy. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. She's blushing a little bit. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Biffy, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you? I guess I have no choice this time. Thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. See? I knew it. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm so late for school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. It's exactly what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Does she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like you've been betrayed. I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You'd understand it all, Biffy. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. It is really, really true. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori, but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Biffy, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everyone could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish, that's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Biffy, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it a worthwhile feeling. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Biffy! Sayori barely manages to speak between her own sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for her is to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Biffy. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. As she lets me go, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How'd you like for me to spend it all with you? That's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. That's what it said. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I wouldn't really forgive you. But it's almost time for you to meet me at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. See you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Oh, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fun. I take Yuri into my room. Simple. Coat hanger! Need to put that up. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I'd be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. I just cleaned my little YouTube studio today, actually. Put up my Christmas lights. It was really nice. It was a lot of fun. No, really. I hate cleaning up stuff. But whenever, they say, a dirty desk is a cluttered desk is a cluttered mind or something. That's the way I've been feeling recently with all this crap with YouTube and things going on. So I cleaned up my room. Probably gonna play some drums later. Be great. So I feel much better. Feel much better about my nice clean room. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? I wonder what was in the drawer. Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations, other atmospheric enhancements. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I did not know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something I like about you, actually. Is it so? It makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be pretty neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. I got one of those right here. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Oh, is it so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch at the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, it smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. Ooh. Smells a little sweet and flowery, right? It's a good way to describe it. Chose jasmine for the event because it provides more of a relaxation. More than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. So she put that on when they're in the room together. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion without anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon and hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbon to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be so beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. It's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed than the... What? Okay. Okay, so I've been recording for over an hour now, like an hour and a half. And this is going to be one great big part, because I feel like there's more coming to this, that we got just a small snippet of what's more to come. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Sorry that it screwed up a little bit earlier. And if you liked it, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe to the channel, take it easy, keep it real. Game on.